Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sam's podcast. We'll be episode number 6. We'll be talking about just some MLB stuff. And we start off with Japanese pitcher Roki Sasaki. Hold on, let me real quick get the chat up. Live stream chat. And we'll be talking about some MLB stuff here in this episode 6 of the podcast, of Sam's podcast. Episode 7. Episode 7. First of all, the Dodgers sat down and had a meeting with Japanese pitcher Roki Sasaki. Now, can the Dodgers get Roki Sasaki? Yes. They have, it feels like, unlimited money, it feels like. But do I feel like they need him? Heck no. Because their entire team is just stacked already as it is. So I don't think that they need but yeah, can the Dodgers use him? I'm sure, but do they need him? Heck no. They have a stacked team as it already is. So, with the bats, you got with the bats, you got leading off like Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. I could go on and on. And then the pitching staff, you got there's no more Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler went to the Red Sox, but signed with the Red Sox. But you got guys like Clayton Kershaw, assuming that he resigns back with the Dodgers. You got him. You got you also got the rookies, Bobby Miller, and stuff like that. But they signed Blake Snell earlier this offseason. Like towards the beginning of the offseason, they signed, I think it was like day 2 of the offseason, they signed Blake Snell. I can't remember what the deal was. But let me just silence my phone. But yeah, I can't remember what the deal was, but the point is the team is stacked, and I don't think they need any more pitching or hitting as it is. So yeah, but let's move on and talk about some Astros things. And if I open a tab on MLB, it says, what's it? Teams, Astros. So I found this article interesting. This is an article by MLB, per MLB. Uh, per MLB. Um, Now, this was an article that came out yesterday by the MLB saying one. But anyways, this was an article by MLB, per MLB, yesterday, called "One Realistic." The title of the article is "One Realistic Free Agent for all 30 MLB teams." That would fit all 30 MLB teams. Also, by the way, Dodgers are interested in Tanner Scott and Devin Williams. I had no idea about that. So the AL East, the Blue Jays, right-hand pitcher. What? Hold on, let's go. Let's scroll all the way down to 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 the Astros. Let's go down to the Astros, and let me see. Here we go. Astros outfielder Randall Grichuk. Now, here's the thing: is this may come to no surprise, but the Astros have a ton of outfield already, as it is. Jake Myers, Chas McCormick, Mauricio Dubon can even play outfield. You even got some rookie guys that can play. You even got some rookie guys that had their rookie season this past season that can play outfield as well. Lopafito could play outfield. Now I know he was traded to the Blue Jays, but when he was still on this team, he could play outfield. But we have a lot of outfield depth. We have a lot of depth in the outfield. So going out and getting a guy like Grichuk, I mean, it's fine, but at the same time, all it's doing is just loading up more outfielders onto your team. So that's where I feel like the Astros need to probably stay away from the outfield position, and start focusing on pitching. Pitching has been the biggest key. Has been really the biggest downward part of it. I mean, this past season, 2024, the pitching did not do good one bit. The pitching was honestly horrendous some days. Valdez, he had some rocky starts. Javier, he went out due to Tommy John surgery. Same with Jose Urquidy. And sorry, excuse me. And oh shoot. But yeah, Jose Urquidy went down on injury. Same with Christian Javier. Valdez had some rocky starts there. And yeah, I don't know. Hunter Brown was really the only solid starter for our rotation. Like he was really the only guy that had solid starts in there. Valdez, we had no idea what Valdez was going to show up. Was it going to be the good Valdez, or was it going to be the bad Valdez, where he's throwing a bunch of junk pitches like curveball in the dirt and stuff like that? We had no idea. Half the time, it was the bad Valdez. But, anyways, Hunter Brown is really the only main starter that we have. I'm trying to think who's our fifth. Oh, shoot. Who's our Spencer Arrighetti. Now, Arrighetti, he didn't really do too hot at the very, very start of his career. But towards the end of the season, he was absolute lights out. He was striking out guys. He seemed to have found a rhythm for sure. And I feel like that's one of those things that he can take. He can take from this past season. He can take it, and he can take it and move forward with it and try and repeat that same exact thing this coming season in 2025. Now, but other than that, the main storyline here is pitching. They actually need to trade for pitching. They need to stop worrying about signing free agent outfielders and stuff like that and trading for more outfielders. No, we already have enough outfielders as it is. We need pitching badly. And when I say badly, I mean badly. We need pitching badly. Otherwise, I'm honestly scared to see what happened or what might happen to this pitching staff, because as far as getting through 7 innings, as far as getting through like 7 shutout or 1-run innings, we have no pitching for that. Valdez, it's iffy on whether he can go 7 innings. Javier, I don't think can go 7. Well, he maybe can, but Urquidy can't. Urquidy can't go 7 innings. Nor can Spencer Arrighetti. Arrighetti's only like a 5-6 inning pitcher. And then Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown can go 7 innings if he's having like a really good day on the mound. And but other than that, see, this is where it frustrates me because we have guys that can go 7 innings, but they never seem to have the type of fuel, the type of energy left in their arm to go 7 innings. Once they get into the late innings, like the 5th, 6th inning, they seem to run out of steam right before they even get to the 7th inning. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to even say, but if we can go out there and trade, we don't even have to sign a free agent, but if we can just go out there and trade for some type of good starter and add him to a rotation, if in reality, if we can really just go out there and trade for a good solid like ace or something, or a pitcher that can go in like the 2 spot or something, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. That's what we need to do. Whether Dana Brown and Jim Crane are actually willing to do that, that's a different story. But I do know, and I forgot to mention this, Justin Verlander, he kind of had an iffy year last year as well. He didn't do too hot, and I can understand that just because of his age. He was 40. He's actually no, he's 41 now. I think he'll be 42 this coming season. I think he'll be 42 on opening day. But you get what I mean. Verlander's getting old. He's getting to the end of his career. He says he wants to pitch until he's 45, but I just seriously doubt, or I don't doubt, but I seriously just don't know how he's going to be able to do that, especially with the year that he's coming off of. Where he started off the season on injury. He started the season on the injured list. And he was out for I'm sure a few months or so. I think he was out for like a few months, I think, or something like that. But yeah, Verlander, he's getting old. He's entering, again, like I mentioned, he's entering 42 years old on opening day. He's getting old. And I'm sorry, I just don't know how you pitch more than 42, especially after the season you just came off of. Again, started the season on the IL, came off the IL, started his season with a 4 ERA, with like a 4+ ERA. He dropped it down some, but it was still not JV like. It was still not JV type numbers. So I don't know. I don't know. This is where I get cranky. Anyways, but we now let's talk about the depth chart. Let's look at the depth chart. Alright, so right here. I forgot about these guys. Lance McCullers Jr., Luis Garcia, Manuel Blanco, Hayden Wesneski, JP France, and Ryan Gusto. So those for you that don't remember or know Ryan Gusto was supposed to start the final game of the regular season for us this past season in 2024, but against the Cleveland Guardians. But unfortunately, that game ended up getting rained out, ended up getting canceled. They never rescheduled it, which why would they? It was the final game of the regular season. The very next day was the start of the start of playoffs. So why would they? Why would they go ahead and bother in trying to reschedule that? So Ryan Gusto, I feel bad for him just because he wasn't able to make a start. But here's the thing: is whenever a rookie pitcher goes out there, they get nerves, they get pressure on them, and they just flat blow it. Now, is that what Gusto's going to do? I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to make his MLB debut anytime at the beginning part of this season. I have no clue. I don't know what Joe Espada's plan is for this pitching staff, but for how this pitching staff is lined up. But yeah, you got Valdez, Javier Brown, McCullers, Garcia, Blanco, Wesneski, Arrighetti, France, Gusto. McCullers, he can go. Luis Garcia, Luis Garcia, like I mentioned, can probably be a good bullpen piece. You can probably move him down to the bullpen, and he can probably give you a solid like 1 or 2 innings, um, uh, possibly zero run baseball, shutout baseball. If we look at Ronel Blanco was great this past season for us. Am I expecting the same thing? Yes, I feel like as long as he can keep that changeup working, he was getting a lot of strikeouts this past season on that changeup. So as long as he can keep, as long as he can keep that changeup, then I feel like he can do a lot for this team and this pitching staff if he can keep that up. And Hayden Wisniewski, look, Hayden Wisniewski, the pitcher that we got in return in the trade for Kyle, where we sent Kyle Tucker to the Cubs. Look, I feel like Wisniewski will be a great pitcher. Now, is he going to be a Cy Young pitcher? Absolutely not. No, I feel like he still needs a lot more work. If he's going to be at that level of a pitcher. Like Blake Snell, Max Fried, and several other Cy Young caliber pitchers. But I do feel like he can come in handy at like the 3, 4, maybe even 5 spot in our rotation. Probably 4 or 5 is more right. But Spencer Arrighetti. He had a bad start to his career this past season, but towards the end of the season, he was phenomenal. He was striking out guys. He was doing amazing. He had some rocky starts there, but other than that, he was phenomenal at the end of the season, regular season. And then, so I'm fine with him. JP France, look, France can be good. If his stuff is working, he is good. If he attacks hitters the right way, then he's good. So he just needs to work on that. Ryan Gusto, I have no flipping clue. Gusto, this is the problem because Gusto. Look, I want him to make his MLB debut. I want him to prove himself that he can pitch in the big leagues. But here's the problem. When rookies come up here and actually pitch in their Major League Baseball careers, they end up sucking. They end up stinking up the joint. Now, is that what Gusto's going to do here in whenever his MLB debut is? I have no clue. I still have no idea when his MLB debut is going to be. Chances are we will see him in a start in like spring training, and Lord knows if he'll actually make the team or not. For the opening day roster. But yeah, just something to keep in mind, I guess. I mean, it's hard to break down this Astros rotation when you don't hardly have any pitchers that can go 7 or 8 innings anymore. So but I will say this. So I'm going to predict my rotation. If I were the manager, this is what my rotation would look like. This is what my opening day rotation would look like. It would look like Ronel Blanco, number 1. Yes, Ronel Blanco, number 1. Framber Valdez, number 2. Or actually, no. Framber Valdez, number 1. Well, Ronel Blanco 1, Valdez 2. Hunter Brown 3. Hayden Wisniewski 5. Spencer Arrighetti. Hayden Wisniewski 4. Spencer Arrighetti 5. That's my starting rotation if I was the manager. Valdez, Blanco, Hunter Brown, Hayden Wisniewski, and Spencer Arrighetti. I would just move Christian Javier, Lance McCullers Jr., Luis Garcia, JP France down to the bullpen. But yeah, I would move them down to the bullpen. Now, that's if we keep most of these guys. I have no clue. That is up to the Dana Brown, the Astros GM, and the Astros owner, Jim Crane. But I don't know. That's my opinion. You guys can throw out your opinions out there, but I just feel like this team needs a lot of work on pitching, and it needs to start now. This team needs pitching. I don't know how many times this past season, we lost our games due to pitching. Due to the pitching just falling apart. I have no idea how many times. But that's gonna do it, everybody, for episode 7 of Sam's podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be live. This afternoon, and yeah, I'll be live this afternoon after I eat lunch and stuff like that. But be sure to like, subscribe. I'll see y'all there. Peace out, guys.